MMORPGs can tell you a lot about what kind of person you are, as well as those around you, and it's that kind of legitimate connection that allows such powerful relationships to form while playing them, which is a super deep statement that has little impact on the topic of today's video, but it makes me wonder a little bit about what I'm about to say next says about me as a whole. I love underdog classes. I'm not talking about the amazing, used for every endgame event jobs. I'm talking about the not quite balanced jobs, the pet classes that still need work, the jack of all trades that really leans more towards the master of none. In the days of EverQuest, Final Fantasy XI, and even early World of Warcraft, there were clear winners of the we have that in our party. I'm talking about the early balanced druids, the shadow priests, the puppet master and dragoon, the I don't know, gnome warrior? Someone give me a bad class in EverQuest, I never got into it. These classes are usually unique, bringing something totally different to the table, but because of that uniqueness, balancing them against other classes in the game is always kind of tough. Balanced Druid was a caster that was a little more durable, so they tend to do a little less damage and offer less AoE utility than the wily mage. Puppet Master had a puppet that was taking action totally outside of the control of the player, healing, flashing, provoking, actions across numerous jobs in the game. But to balance that, the puppet was fairly easy to destroy and hard to control. Damage was also inconsistent and didn't benefit at all from party buffs that ruled the endgame. MMOs, more so than any other genre, often define the success of a build by how well it performs in specific endgame roles. And when a job can't excel in an area, it's often replaced by others that can. MMOs can be a tricky thing to develop though, and it's no question as to why developers have shifted towards simpler class design with a strong parity between the different types of classes. With simpler playstyles covered in a different coat of paint, balance between the different classes becomes a lot easier. This is why we've seen a lot less talent trees, sub-job-like options, hell, even gear is usually just reskins of similar stats across the board. Early Final Fantasy XIV was notorious for this, with classes under level 50 mostly feeling identical to each other. The weapons and gear all almost have identical stats for, tanks, damage dealers, and healers respectively, and essentially no additional choices in how to branch out your character beyond the support abilities, which now after the latest updates are shared across all jobs of that type entirely. This makes newer games that follow this format feel a little shallow, with each class lacking that unique flavor of days of old, and most of all, it's removed my favorite type of class, those poor underdogs. Now, why am I drawn to these type of classes? I'll probably never know, but I've always enjoyed being that rare, unique type of character that could do things no one else could. This was usually at the sacrifice of general usefulness or strength in a singular area, but that was part of what made it so fun. I loved proving people wrong about a class, putting as much effort into it as I possibly could, pushing the job to its limit with skill, gear, and resourcefulness, until people were just forced to admit that these classes or jobs could be pretty cool. Now, I'd usually still be outclassed by the other stronger classes in the game, but they were often just kind of boring to me. Simple can often mean strong because with only one focus they damn well better do it well, but I just never had fun with that. Now, this has been certainly a problem for me lately in Final Fantasy XI because all of the jobs I once loved for their unique flavor and rarity have gained special little niche areas where they excel. No longer is Pup the last job to the party with actual useful tanking ability even at endgame. Summoners are almost required for certain content, and even Dragoon seems to be doing pretty well for itself as a skill chainer and overall DD. And don't get me started on Blue, which has surpassed practically every other job in the game at this point with its ability to just do everything better than everyone else. So as my wide array of jobs suddenly valuable, I find myself a little less attracted to them. I still appreciate them for the playstyle and nostalgic value, but when I see a bunch of other summoners and pups running around, I just feel a little bit less special. Let me know what you think, and whether you've encountered this kind of situation in games or MMOs. Do you gravitate towards the same type of playstyles, like magic users, or tanks, or healers or something? Or do you lean more towards a status, like the overpowered classes, or maybe like me, the underdogs? Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to come join us for the live streams every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Hunt for Games on Twitch. They've been a ton of fun. We've had some awesome turnouts. Also, if you haven't already seen him, go check out my little brother's YouTube channel. He's been throwing out some amazing videos. He's what got me into YouTube, and honestly, he's way better at it than I am. His editing is incredible, and his latest videos have just blown me away. So check him out. I've linked him in the description. I can promise you if he was editing mine, my videos would be way better. But seriously, let me know what you thought, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, you should totally think about subscribing. I've got videos coming out twice a week, and if you like this one, there's at least a chance you like some of the others that are very similar to this, so live dangerously. Let me know what you guys thought about the video in the comments and other videos you'd like to see. And finally, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Huntin for Games to keep up with all the latest stuff. See ya.